Hello, let's see. There we go. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Murray's Law. Thank you so much for joining me. I know that we are late. We weren't able to do one on Friday because of technical difficulties, so we're doing one today. But today's question is a really good question. So the question is, can I trademark a name so that other people won't use it and I can save it for later, while I save it for later? So can I take this name, can I register for a trademark just so I can take it off the market? And the answer to that question is yes and no, I guess will be the answer to that question. So here's the deal. Trademarks protect brand identifiers. Those are those things that help people or help consumers identify the source of a good or a service. If you aren't providing a good or a service, then you don't have a trademark. So if you come up with this amazing name, right? A lot of times we're like doing random stuff, like, oh my gosh, that is such an amazing name. I need to save this for later. I want to make sure that no one grabs it. You can't do that. You can only do it if you are using it in association with a good or a service. If there is no good or service, there's no trademark. Now, on the other hand, if you're like doing random stuff and you come up with this amazing name, you're like, you know what? That's going to be a perfect name for my business that I'm going to start, right? And in this business, I'm going to provide this good or this service. Now we're cooking with hot grease, Now we're talking about something that you can protect. There was a time when you could only protect trademarks if they were in actual use. Now USPTO allows you to file what's called an intent to use trademark application, which essentially says, hey, I'm not using this mark in commerce yet, but I have a bona fide intent to use this trademark in association with goods or services. So what that means is it's not just, oh, one day I'm going to have a business and I'm going to use this trademark. It is, okay, I'm going to plan this business. I'm going to have this business one day. I'm not quite ready yet, but I'm making all these steps so that I can launch my business. When we launch businesses, it's not just, oh, business idea. It's not just business ideas one day and launch the next, right? A lot of times it's like, oh my gosh, this would be such an awesome idea. Let me see what the market thinks about it. Let me see how much it costs to start this business. Let me see this and that and get everything together. So while you're getting all that together and getting your marketing together and coming up with a launch campaign, and you have this great name associated with your business, you can trademark that name. You can trademark that logo or whatever that brand identifier is going to be, so that while you're in this launching phase and this building phase, nobody beats you to it. Because it'd be just awful for you to be doing all this work and preparing to launch your business, right? And someone comes and takes your trademark because you haven't filed an intent to use application. I've seen it happen when people are just devastated. They spend, tens of thousands of dollars on marketing and branding, and now they have to go back to the drawing board. So the answer to the question, again, is as long as you have a bona fide intent to use that mark, in the future in association with good or services, then yes, you can file a trademark to go ahead and reserve that name and take it off the market for anyone else. Because what that does, remember, trademarks aren't just for same, right? They're also for similar. So what that does is prevent someone else from using a similar name as you as well. Because let's say you didn't file it and maybe they didn't take your exact name, but they did something similar and they're in the same or related field as you. Now you can't move forward with that brand that you have spent all this time building and prepared to launch. So I believe that if you are in business and you have a bona fide intent to use a certain mark, you do need to get a registered trademark. You need to go ahead and file an intent to use application. So that is today's Murray's Law.